What are you committed to?
This is Love Smarter, the show for women who want extraordinary love and aren't afraid to learn for it. Here's your host, Laurie-Anne King.
In this episode, you're going to learn why it's so important to know your commitments and how to discover what you've already been committed to that might be hiding from your view. What you're committed to in your relationship might not be that clear. If you're in the dating stage or the boyfriend-girlfriend stage, your commitment might not be clear or defined at all. If you're married, then you most likely said vows that created your commitment at one time. But how present are those vows for you right now? Less than 1 month after my wedding, I couldn't even repeat my wedding vows, and I wrote them. It was the most important promise that I've ever made, and I literally couldn't remember it. I mean, I had a general sense, but I didn't actually know what I was committed to. Most people haven't consciously defined their commitment, but they have a general sense of what lines they should follow in their relationship. For example, most people in monogamous relationships have a commitment to not cheat and to be around. This level of commitment isn't enough to cut it if what you want is an extraordinary love that gets better and better over time. Our commitments are so important because they govern our actions, and our actions produce our results. Let me give you an example. Imagine the actions of an employee whose commitment is to just not get fired. How might they be acting differently from an employee whose commitment is to get promoted this quarter? One employee might be putting in the fewest number of hours possible, doing the bare minimum, and keeping his head down to avoid the boss. Meanwhile, the employee who's committed to being promoted might be putting in extra time, going above and beyond the job description, and trying to get as much time in front of the boss as possible. We are not always aware of what we're committed to. It might sound funny, but during the times when my relationship with my husband was the most difficult, I discovered I was committed to things like not rocking the boat, feeling safe and comfortable, getting my own needs met. And the times that our relationship has been the best, I've been committed to things like doing what it takes to be happy, meeting his needs, being intimate and passionate. So, how do you discover your commitments? Well, it's really easy. Your action or inaction is a direct reflection of your commitments and priorities. Let's say I have a desire to get into better shape. I might say I'm committed to my health, but then instead of going to the gym, I sit on my couch and eat potato chips. I friggin' love potato chips. What is my commitment there? It isn't to my health. My commitment is to watch TV and eat chips. My commitment is to have immediate gratification and to be comfortable. Now, I might be interested in getting in shape or desire to be more fit. I might even be involved in trying to be more fit, but my commitment in that moment is to the couch. We can bluff ourselves all day long, but our actions do not lie. It's like that saying, the difference between involvement and commitment is like eggs and ham. The chicken is involved, but the pig is committed. Now, you are always committed to something. Yes, even those of you who are free spirits, you are committed to not having commitments. Here's an exercise to help you discover your commitments. You can either draw this on a piece of paper, or if you head over to laking.tv/009, I've made a worksheet that you can download to make this even easier. On your paper, draw 5 columns. In the first, make a list of all the things you want and desire in your relationship. In the second column, next to each desire you wrote, make a list of the top 1 to 3 actions that you know if you took them, it would lead towards you getting what you desire. Now, in the third column, here's where you tell the truth. Write down what actions you're actually doing, whether they align to that commitment or not. It's possible that they'll be a perfect match for what you wrote in the previous column. Let's work with an example. Say you desire to find a boyfriend, and you know that the actions to take that would lead you to that would be to go out and meet new people and to go on dates. If you're actually committed to finding that boyfriend, your actions would be totally aligned. And you would find that in the third column, the actions you're already taking are about going out to meet new people and going on dates. That sounds like your commitment and your actions are totally aligned with your desires. If, however, you realize that the actions you're actually taking are sitting around with your girlfriends on Saturday nights complaining about how there are no good men in the city, you can see there's actually a difference between what you're desiring and the actions that you're taking. There is something that you are more committed to than finding a boyfriend. This is what you write in the fourth column, your actual commitment. In this example of staying home and complaining when what you really want is a boyfriend, you might realize, wow, I don't go out because I'm scared of getting rejected. What I'm really committed to is not being rejected. Once you discover what your true commitments have been, you can start asking yourself better questions. Are those commitments serving you? Is that what you want to be committed to? And here's a really powerful one. If today was your last day on the planet, would you look at that list and say, yes, this is who I want to be in this world? If the answer is no, then go over to the final column. And here you're going to write a new commitment that inspires you and lines up with your desire. Maybe in our example, you would write something like, I am committed to taking chances in love. I am committed to being open and available. This is a really powerful exercise, and it's great to do it in any area of your life that's important to you. It's really powerful in our romantic relationships because we don't normally stop and evaluate our commitments beyond an agreement of monogamy. In the next episode, I'm going to teach you all about why you need to go beyond just commitments and create a vision for your relationship. But until then, get clear. What are you committed to? Hey, did you like this episode? Then you will love my upcoming live online class. You'll leave with insights that improve your love life immediately. Plus, you'll have the chance to ask me anything. This class is completely free and it always fills up quickly. So head on over to laking.tv/free class to register right now. See you in class.